Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Molly.
And we're the Flying Hens.
Welcome back to episode 14 of the HenHouse Adventures, shot on location in the hot springs in Idaho.
Why not?
Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can follow along on our journey as we travel the country in our RV.
So, we left off in South Dakota.
Yeah.
We were leaving South Dakota. We were on the way. Our next stop was Glacier National Park. We had a great 3-day drive, right? Mm-hmm. 2 nights that we were going to stay.
We're setting it out so that the drive would be nice.
Nice 4 or 5 hours a day. Perfect. We met up with another pilot family that we were going to do this trip with.
And we were going to go to Alpaca Farms with Harvest Host.
2 Harvest Host nights, both Alpaca Farms. Molly's dream.
Bucket list destination for me is staying at an Alpaca Farm.
An hour into the drive, we're at Devil's Tower, and I get the phone call. The call. The one that brings me back to work. Yeah. I've done my sim training, and I've been waiting for the flight training, and this was it. They called me in for a couple-day trip to go fly, get trained, be back on the line.
So we had to quickly redo all of our plans, and we needed to get up to Glacier ASAP. We
Cancel the alpacas.
Cancel the alpacas. And we had to hightail it to Montana to get us settled into an RV park while he was going to be away for training.
And so we made 2 7-hour days on the way up to Kalispell, which was long.
Yeah.
But we got established into a campground there so that I could leave and Molly could get laundry done. We could do
catching up on schoolwork.
Schoolwork that we didn't get done.
Mm-hmm. And we were still with our travel friends, so the kids had friends to play with every day.
And
that was fun.
Molly took me to fly out because I had to go to
Hawaii. He went to Hawaii without us.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Somebody's got to do it. So here we are. I went to Hawaii where I came back. We drove the rest of the way up into our boondocking spot just outside Glacier National Park.
On the west side.
It was on the west side. It was in the National Forest there. I think it was the Flathead National Forest. It was about a 35-minute drive up from Columbia Falls. And it was this great turnout, big dirt gravel area that was there, up kind of high, overlooking the western mountains of Glacier. So we had a beautiful picture of Rainbow Peak, which is one of the mountains that you're looking at when you're at Bowman Lake, that iconic Bowman Lake.
And there was no one else there. We were camping with our friends.
Our friends got there, we got there, and we had this place to ourselves.
That's what I love about boondocking.
It's amazing.
In remote areas is just having the whole place to ourselves. Our friends had a dog, so the dog got to just run around.
Lucy had a great time with the dog. Just being able to run everywhere, and had to make sure though that there weren't any grizzlies or cougars.
Unfortunately, though, we did not see any wildlife up there
from a safe distance,
except one rogue chipmunk that got into our gray tank holding pipe, right?
So we have a PVC tube underneath the RV that holds our sewer pipes, and a chipmunk got in there. So I hope he's doing all right and he's not sick right now, but he took the wrong turn somewhere.
Anyway, so a lot of the adventures were had in Glacier. It was an amazing park. It was one of our parks that we really wanted to get to. Montana has been on our bucket list for a long time. And so we had 2 weeks in the park, and we went there almost daily. We did a lot of hiking. Glacier National Park has over 700 miles of hiking. And a lot of the hiking trails are longer hikes.
I mean, when you go there, you're going to plan at least 4, 5, 6, up to 15, 20 miles one way. There were a few shorter trails that we did.
Yeah. So we found the family-friendly hiking trails. We did Avalanche Lake hike.
Beautiful hike that gets to this lake with mountain vistas, waterfalls. Highly recommend it.
The waters in the lakes there are the
It's
most
this
beautiful greenish blue
color. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And then the Trail of the Cedars is the trail that kind of leads into Avalanche Lake.
That was cool.
That was really cool to see. I know that's
It's a really
an
cool
easy
forest.
trail. And we did
Hidden Lake Trail. We didn't get to do the lake or the walk all the way down to the lake, but we did the out to the overlook, which is a nice 1.5, less than 2 mile kind of one-way hike. Really windy that day.
It was cold,
but you know, that's just kind of what you have to deal with. Oh
And
man, what else did we do?
the
We
Bowman Lake Trail.
went to Bowman Lake and we did the trail around Bowman Lake.
That was
Went
beautiful.
A couple miles in there, just this forest. It's evergreen forest, like everywhere. It
Alongside
smells
of the lake.
like Christmas as you're walking along Bowman Lake. It's beautiful.
With mountain views the whole way. So we really love that trail. And Sayla, can you say hi?
Hi, Sayla. Say hi.
Say hi. We're doing our YouTube video.
Yeah. Say welcome to the HenHouse Adventures. Bye. So.
And then we also did John's Loop Lake.
We did John's Loop.
Trail.
That was a fun little one. It was just, it's like a mile and a half.
That one's
maybe.
pretty flat. It's easy to walk through. It's through the
Great
forest.
for small kids.
And then one night we went over to Many Glacier, which we heard was like a must-go see.
And it is. It is. We didn't get to go do Grinnell Lake.
Yeah, that is a longer
Glacier.
hike.
But with the kids, we did a shorter one. We did Swift Current Hike, the Swift Current Trail, but we only went out to Red Rock Falls. That's a little less than 2 miles one way, so it's very easy on the kind of 4-year-old crowd.
Yeah. It was pretty windy and cold that day, which is why we had to cut our hike short, and also because while we were out at Many Glacier, we came across our bucket list wildlife to see.
What do you think it is? Comment below. And Sayla, what did we see?
We saw a black bear and 2 cubs, a mama.
We didn't see a black bear and 2 cubs. We saw a black bear and 3 cubs.
Yes. In all of our travels, we have never seen a bear.
Yeah, on the road for a year, and we've gone to Grand Teton and Yellowstone, and I mean just a number of other parks that should have bears, and we've never seen a bear from a safe distance.
Yeah. So that was like the highlight of that day, was seeing not just a bear, but the 3 baby bears were so fun to watch. And so when we went over to Many Glacier, because Many Glacier is kind of far away from West Glacier, we decided to...
Over 3 hours from where we were parked.
We decided to get a campsite at the KOA that's in St. Mary area. And they have these cute little camping cabins.
Little cabins, yeah.
And nothing much about the cabin except some beds and a bunk bed. But
I mean, it's a 12 by 12 room with beds enough for 4 to sleep.
But our kids thought it was fantastic. So we had packed our own bedding, and it was a place to stay for the night, but at least it saved us many hours of driving in the car. Another must-do in Glacier is to drive along going to the Sun Road. It's not for the faint of heart. It's
some narrow spots, especially if you're in a dually, because you're really right at the max of the vehicle size limit there. But the vistas you get as you're winding through these, just the mountains that are there. I mean, I can only imagine this is what Alaska is like.
Yeah.
But the beauty is unmatched from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it was unreal. Even if you just drive up there to go to the Logan Pass Visitor Center,
you'll get the full view of like the going to the Sun Road.
Yeah, that was awesome. So another adventure that we went on was going kayaking at Bowman Lake.
Yes. We thought going in the early morning, you would miss the wind, the crowds, and you'd get that glass lake picture with the stones and the reflection.
And easy kayaking.
And it was okay. In the very beginning, there wasn't a whole lot going on. But about halfway into the kayak, it became winds out of the south.
It became hard to kayak.
Because you were paddling directly into the wind on the way home.
I still have blisters to prove.
Yep. But outside of the difficulty of kayaking into the wind with 3 kids who were not kayaking or paddling much at all, the views and the pictures along Bowman Lake are beautiful. I mean,
absolutely worth it.
Go and do it if you can. If you got inflatable kayaks, if you got hard kayaks, if you got something, go and do it because it's worth it.
Or just hike along Bowman Lake is fine too.
That's true. Beware, the 6 miles of Bowman Lake Road are very potholy. Just plan some time.
And definitely stop at Pole Bridge Mercantile for
Get your
the
Huckleberry
pastries.
Bear Claws.
Yeah, those were good. And the rest of the time that we were there, our kids earned their Junior Ranger badges.
Yep.
That Junior Ranger book was actually one of the better ones that I found in the park, so we enjoyed doing that. Also, we had no Wi-Fi or cell signal.
Yeah, so about 25 minutes from where we parked, we lost reception and never got it back. So we only had reception for the 10 minutes of drive that we went down through the southern loop of right by Apgar Village and Visitor Center, and then like 2 seconds later you lose reception again.
So it was enough to like tell Mom we're still alive and
good.
Send some emails, and that was it.
But it's kind of nice to be off grid for a while.
Yeah, we were totally disconnected, and it was awesome. So yeah, we wrapped up our time in Glacier. Definitely want to go back to that park.
Now we've headed down towards Idaho.
Yep, we are enjoying the hot springs. We decided to come down here for a few days just for this, to be able to adventure around and find some hot springs. This, for some reason, we have all to ourselves right now. I'm not
pro
sure.
Tip, bring kids. It scares all the young people away.
So there was like 10, 20-year-olds right here.
Here and in the upper pool up there.
Yeah, and we got in the pool, and they all
about
left.
5 minutes later, they all got out and then crowded into the smaller upper pool.
Yeah, and here we are,
And then
all alone in this
about
very popular hot
20
spring.
minutes ago, they left. And we're in this popular hot spring all
by
to ourselves. Rent kids or bring kids?
Rent kids.
Pro tip.
By rent, he means offer to babysit.
Offer to babysit your friends' kids and then
rent kids.
bring them to the hot springs. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is where we are currently, and we're just enjoying life. So tune in next episode to see what's
next?
Yeah, what is next? Because do we even know? I don't know.
I think we know what's next, but we haven't solidified that yet. No. That's kind of how it goes.
Living on a whim.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.